Hey minions, it's me, Satan, your Lord and Master, here to give you part 2 of 6, The Mark Unleashed. So in part 2, the comedian is out in the prison yard, where more Christians are being guillotined for not accepting the implant. Next, Biodome, the comedian, and Reverend Dave all have prison food together and have a conversation about how long your head can stay alive after it's been chopped off and plopped in a bucket. The comedian says, "Hey dudes, this isn't prison lunchroom conversation. You all get that all of our heads will be on the chopping block soon on account of we aren't getting the implant." Biodome says, "Don't worry. The voices I hear in my head that I think come from God told me that the comedian will help bust you guys out of here. As for me, it says in Revelation that I will sit on a throne in heaven or something because I got my head chopped off for Jesus, and I didn't break down and get the Mark of the Beast implant. So give us your best argument for God, Biodome. Lay it on us." Romans chapter 1 verse 20. "Since the beginning of the world, God's invisible qualities have been clearly seen and understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse." Now, I don't know about you guys, but saying something invisible has been clearly seen without admitting that you're moving from literal to metaphorical and back, it's pretty dishonest. But anyway, sorry Biodome, enlighten us with more of your wisdom. God has made himself evident because, look around, trees, stars, people, stuff and things and stuff. Reverend Dave, a Christian actor playing a snarky, attitudey non-Christian, remember, says, "That is stupid. Pascal proved that wrong." What? I guess he's trying to sound like an argumentative atheist here or something. I can't tell if he's intentionally misrepresenting the argument about Pascal's wager or not. Biodome, of course, is quick to correct him and tells him Pascal was a Christian, which any atheist in the audience of this movie would be facepalming right about now. Biodome goes on to say, "You're right, we can't prove God through science, but the proof of God is written on all of our metaphorical hearts." Roll credits. Yeah, we still have an hour to go. Get ready to do a lot of facepalming here, people. Biodome goes on to say, "There's this thing inside of you that is screaming right now and totally scared that you will go to hell forever." Psst. Hey, Reverend Dave, ask Biodome why he's not scared of Quetzalcoatl.
"Hi, folks. My name is Quetzalcoatl. Why do you hate me so much?"
Now, Quetzy, I gotta finish reviewing this travesty of a movie. So Biodome starts his own prison Bible club. All the Christians clap and share and clap and call each other brothers, and all look forward to getting their heads chopped off. Look at us not getting the implant. These last few weeks in prison waiting to get our heads chopped off have been the most joyful of our lives. Thank you, Jesus. Your blood washes us clean. The comedian goes to ask Biodome, "Hey, Biodome, do you know this Elijah dude?" Biodome says, "God told me you wanted to kill him." "Oh, God told you that, huh?" "He sure did. God also told me your wife, the Baroness, is banging some other dudes right now out in the community." "Really, Biodome? Oh, no, you didn't. You had to go there, huh? I mean, you knew a beatdown was coming after that from the comedian, right?" And as the comedian is beating Biodome bloody and raw, Biodome says, "I forgive you." The Baroness meets with the comedian, and the comedian reveals his plan. "Hey, Baroness, the Christians in here actually want to get their heads chopped off, 'cause their holy book tells them they're going to receive a bunch of rewards in heaven. Their religion is weak and stupid, and our leader is the strong one. Don't try to escape with those non-Christian hooligans, comedian. You only have 3 choices: implant, chopping block, or finding and killing that Christian leader dude, Elijah." So back in one of the cells, Biodome is talking to Mercy Streets and Reverend Dave. "Christianity is stupid, Biodome. It's more plausible that the leader is God than a 2,000-year-old carpenter." "Oh yeah, Reverend Dave? Tell me I'm wrong. You have an opportunity of a lifetime right now to be a slave to Jesus." I don't think Biodome's familiar with the burden of proof here. Accept Jesus into your heart. You know you want to. Mercy Streets tearfully says, "Okay, I accept Jesus into my metaphorical heart," to dramatic music. I'm almost tearing up, minions. Almost. Mercy Streets has to go and tell Reverend Dave, "I now know why they call it getting saved. I'm so happy." Shut up, Mercy Streets. You sound like one of those implant morons. So the comedian walks up. "You guys still want to escape tonight?" "Well, heck yeah, there's a bear shit in the woods." Next, Biodome tries to reason with the comedian. "You gotta look in your metaphorical heart and make the right choice. Time is running out." "Shut up, Biodome. I'm breaking out with these hooligans tonight." Then Biodome tells Mercy Streets to remember to pick up the hitchhiker, and I'll be praying for you, dude. So Biodome's getting divine prophecy. So the comedian, Mercy Streets, and Reverend Dave make a stupid easy escape out of maximum security future secular apocalypse prison. Car chase with cops ensue, but Mercy Streets sees a hitchhiker and remembers what Biodome said. So in the middle of a police car chase, they stop to pick up a mysterious hitchhiker. And the police car just speeds on by like they're not even there. The next scene, the comedian, Mercy Streets, and Reverend Dave are inexplicably sitting around a kitchen table, somewhere in a place I will call the super secret Christian resistance compound / bunker. This movie's got some continuity problems. Anyway, they're sitting around this table talking about how easy it'll be to reprogram black market implants. Because it's revealed that Mercy Streets was a hacker on the side this whole time. So Reverend Dave meets this chick who's in the bunker who goes by the name of Rahab, which is a name she chose for herself after she accepted Jesus because she used to be a prostitute, but she's still totally propositioning Reverend Dave for marriage and the promise of sex after marriage as she's giving him the sexy eyes. I'm really confused by you, Christian movie, and so is Reverend Dave. I can't say I blame him. The comedian goes out in the back alley for something. Guess what? Scary bald dude's back there, and so is the Baroness. "How did you evade the police, comedian?" Scary bald dude asks. "I don't know, your idiot police car drove right by us for some reason, right at the same time we were picking up a totally random hitchhiker in a hood who we as the audience know as Elijah, the leader of the Christian resistance." I agree, Deconverted Man. Confusing movie's confusing. The suspension bridge of disbelief is pretty rickety and not up to code. Ex-prostitute Rahab is still trying to convert Reverend Dave. "You need to stay here and accept Jesus, Reverend Dave. My sexy eyes will convince you." So Mercy Streets works his hacker magic to make fake Marks of the Beast implants. Rahab helps Reverend Dave install his fake implant, and he calls her a good smuggler for some reason, to which she responds, "I'll smuggle you." Oh, it's like that, is it? Make up your mind, Christian movie. I just can't decide if you're a Christian movie or not. Ugh. So I guess the comedian, Mercy Streets, and Reverend Dave leave the super secret Christian compound / bunker to go to some place called Prodigal City, where I guess Elijah's gonna be at. Suddenly, the Baron and Scary Bald Dude gunned down that whole room full of Christians in the super secret bunker, including Rahab. Oh, the humanity. Man, but they all got their rewards in heaven, so it's all good. Also, a few minutes later, the comedian, Mercy Streets, and Reverend Dave get in a gunfight with the Baroness and Scary Bald Dude. Scary Bald Dude gets shot. The comedian and the Baroness have a gun-to-gun stare-down, but Reverend Dave disarms the Baroness. So I guess they weren't really going to Prodigal City to go kill Elijah. Instead, the whole gang ends up going to some government headquarters to employ their hooligan computer hacking skills to mess with the implants through satellites or something. Comedian says, "When Mercy Streets crashes the implant system, you're going to dig that implant out of your body, Baroness, and we're going to be married and in love again." Mercy Streets is furiously typing into the computer and says what is probably the most honest statement of the entire film. "This is fascinating, but I don't have a clue what I'm doing." The comedian tells him to do whatever he's got to do to crash the system. "But there's so much redundancy and security all over the place, all these ones and zeros and code and stuff and things. And I've only got 10 minutes more of this movie to figure it out." Oh, dang, I guess Mercy Streets failed to hack the system. He tripped the computer alarm because sirens go off and evil James Bond villain shows up with some more cobras. And he says in his most evil James Bond villain voice, "Well done, comedian, well done." But then, Deus Ex Machina, Elijah, the leader of the Christian resistance, shows up and strikes evil James Bond villain dude blind or something. Excuse me while I go bash my head against the wall. Oh, Christian movie. So next we're in Prodigal City, which doesn't look like much of a city. It looks like some log cabins in the woods. Mercy Streets and Reverend Dave have a final moment of drinking coffee together. The comedian and Reverend Dave still don't believe in Jesus, but Mercy Streets is all worried about him. The comedian and Reverend Dave take off out of that Prodigal City place to strike off on their own or something. Suddenly, Scary Bald Dude shows up with a shotgun. And we're back in the torture chamber. Scary Bald Dude uses the remote control to zap Reverend Dave and the comedian for 6 whole days. The comedian finally cries for Jesus. "Save me, Jesus!" Really, Sam and Dean's dad? Say it ain't so. So the comedian gets his head chopped off in prison. And the movie ends with Mercy Streets reading Bible verses in Prodigal City. And Reverend Dave narrates the end of the movie over the attractive Asian woman on TV talking to mindless implant drones. I guess Reverend Dave got the implant finally, but he says it was the wrong choice. Sorry, Reverend Dave. You should have chosen Jesus and got your head chopped off like everybody else. And that's it, minions. Jeez, that was even more painful than Michael Seaver in Left Behind. As long as we got each other, we just might survive the apocalypse. Christian movies.